We stand on a lonely, windswept point on the northern shore of France. But 40 years ago at this moment, the air was dense with smoke and the cries of men, and the air was filled with the crack of rifle fire and the roar of cannon. At dawn on the morning of the 6th of June, 1944, here in Normandy, the rescue began. It is enough for us to say about all the men of honor and courage who fought 4 decades ago, we will always remember. We will always be proud. We will always be prepared, so we may be always free.
There are many reasons that Joe's being nominated for Airman of the Year. I think the first and foremost is his ability to take on workload and complete that workload effectively and efficiently, which makes our jobs easier. So we task Joe with many different things, and he comes back with great products.
Over the summer, did 2 months worth of work for the support functions and did a significant amount of work preserving our historical files by making them electronic, scanning all those documents in day after day. And he came in with a smile every day, perfectly willing to do that, and then any other projects that we had for him.
It's difficult for some individuals in the Air National Guard coming in once a month and only having those 2 days of training. Sometimes it's difficult to get back into the flow of things. So if you have an individual like Sergeant Tobner who will help those individuals with their training, with their tasks, it motivates those people to complete the things that we need to complete them in that short time period that we have to fulfill.
Now we have a lot of great people here. I just think he stands out just a little bit. He's an excellent role model, and our hope is that others will follow because he's outstanding.
I think Sergeant Conley goes above and beyond what his goals are. You have some people that just kind of coast along in their careers and meet the bare minimum and do what they need to do, but that's not Sergeant Conley. Sergeant Conley is a worker that gets a job and wants to get it done. He doesn't really think about it. He comes up with his plan quickly, and then from there he goes out and gets that task done, completes it to 100%, and that's the type of person he is.
The reason I did join was because of Doug. He was the first one really in our family to join the Air Force, and once he actually went, he had my brother follow in his steps, and he joined, and then my cousin joined because of Doug. and then seeing how well they made out, I ended up joining. There's a lot of pride just knowing that you're serving your country, and especially just the fact that I get to serve with my brothers is awesome.
Doug was always a good guy to have working for me. Hardly ever called out. Always on time. Always looked well in uniform. Presented himself well at the gate where he worked for his first couple of years. Anywhere I asked him to go, he went without question. Wasn't too long before he was wanting more, and was eager to learn. He always wanted to take the next step to advance himself. Obviously, that's part of the reason why he was selected for CADM.
Sergeant Conley does a great job with keeping the CADM program together. He's the NCYC of CADM, so he's the glue that keeps us together as instructors. Also, he does a great job with teaching the wing.
When interacting with the students, from my observation in his CADM class, he's very responsible. He wants everyone safe out there, so he tries to do the best that he can.
Being Doug's flight chief, he see how I handle people. You don't always have to be the dictator. You know, you can bring people in, see what's going on, instead of just saying, hey, this is how it is, go get it done.
He makes me want to be a better airman, a better sister, and just a better person.
If we were going into a situation and wanted somebody beside me that I knew I could count on and that I could trust, I would definitely want Doug Conley with me.
Sergeant Parham and I have worked together for over 30 years. Early 80s he came in the hydraulic shop just after I did, out of active duty, and we worked together in the hydraulic shop for 20 years. I think what Larry brings to the fight is that he's very proactive with all the military duties and responsibilities of his NCO, going to correspondence with the NCO Academy, going in residence also. His PME has always been important to him. Also, he's got a CCAF degree, and his PT. I mean, all the programs that he's responsible for, he walks the walk.
My experiences with Sergeant Palmer have been fantastic. I could not ask for a better person to work for have in my life, during work or personally. He's helped me through so many things and so many others through so much stuff that I'm truly going to miss him a lot when he's gone, and I've often thought about it. I really hope we stay in touch, and I know we will, because he's been very influential in my life, and I probably wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him.
7 of hearts.
It's really fantastic when I get to be involved with him at the Veterans Home. It's really great to see when he walks in there. It's like a group of friends almost getting together.
Queen of diamonds.
Jokes, handshakes, back slaps, and it looks like truly making a difference in those people's lives. And I'm 100% confident they look forward to seeing him every single time.
It's amazing what he does over there, and it's something that's a passion of his. And it's not because he needs to do it or wants to do it for any other reason, but that he just cares about people and cares about the veterans.
We love to have volunteers. The thing that we've noticed is that the more time people spend here, the more they want to come back. And Larry has been a huge help for us as far as volunteers go. For our vets to see the people currently serving is great. It gives them someone to relate to. If I say to someone, thank you for your service, it means something. But when they hear it from someone who's doing the same, it means a lot more.
Sergeant Goldrup, may I help you? What's up?
Well, having Sergeant Goldrup as the first sergeant in the unit for over 4 years has been extremely helpful. It's always good for a commander to have a first sergeant who's effective, good communicator, and can really pull you aside and discuss issues with you from various perspectives.
I think he epitomizes the Air Force core values, you know, integrity, service before self, and excellence in all you do. And it's very apparent in everything that he does around here. He's been a real advocate of the 243rd, as well as especially with the enlisted folks. He's always available to bend his ear if you need to.
Put it under my desk.
So the most important thing is that you have to care. And that's where Sergeant Goldrup is right on par, he cares about everything that he does. He steps up, he asks to do it. He comes to me to ask to do things all the time. He wants to be engaged in projects, he wants to do things, and he doesn't do it for the praise or the acknowledgement. Sergeant Goldrup is definitely always going to be a leader, and he will continue to strive with our unit.
You know what I'm saying?
In 2003, Congress passed a new law authorizing honor guards here at the base, and we've had a very active program building that team. Military funeral honors are very important to the family. They may be a recent retiree or a veteran from many years ago. It's a way of giving dignity to a veteran's service. Frequently, actually usually we don't know the veteran we're honoring, but we are providing dignity for his service and thanks from our nation. So it's personally very self-fulfilling.
I've been the OIC of the Honor Guard for about 1.5 years. I took over gradually from Colonel Thomas. I've had the pleasure of working with Aaron Hartley for a number of years. Sergeant Hartley was a member of the Force Support Squadron, and she was nominated and hired to take over as the Honor Guard manager. As the Honor Guard manager, she was outstanding at her job. She paid attention to detail. She brought a ton of energy to her work, and I never once had to ask if something was getting done. She was that good.
Sam Bora has been in the Honor Guard, I think, just as soon as he got back from basic training. He does a great performance. He was with our team for about a year full-time.
That guy was full of life, had a ton of energy, much like Aaron, and he really had a lot of fire in him. He hit the ground running, did dozens of services for us, and he acquitted himself truly in a professional way. Both Aaron and Sam have gone on to do other things. They're not full-time Honor Guard any longer, but they are both still committed members. And I look forward to working with them in the future. They'll bring back to the Honor Guard all the knowledge and credentials they built for themselves in their new endeavors.